The potential for tag and ride to be successful in Auckland is endless. After reviewing data collected by the New Zealand Statistics Department, internal stakeholders can be confident that future business growth will quickly become prevalent. Population density is estimated to increase from 4,600 people per square kilometre in 2006 through to 13,300 people per square kilometre in 2031. This represents a population increase of 700,000 people. Due to Tag and Ride being an electronic app-based service provider which promotes shared use of private motor vehicles, this company represents the peak of sustainability in the Auckland transport sector. Minimal resources are required to produce and maintain social app-based services. However, strong relationships and feedback will be required from partner telcos, data security agents, and online payment agents. External stakeholders such as local inhabitants, businesses in the New Zealand economy, and visitors to the city will benefit from a reduced traffic flow, and additionally, stakeholders can rely on cheaper and more efficient alternative to public transport services. Tag and Ride is aiming to make a social change in Auckland through promotion of sharing underutilised private vehicles and manipulating the individual driving culture which has evolved over the past 30 years.
Tag and Ride also achieves Mill's ethical theory of rural utilitarianism. This theory is based on the concept that an ethical action in a situation is one which has the greatest utility to all those affected by the action compared to the utility offered by alternative actions. In terms of a business decision, this is the course of action which brings the least cost and greatest benefit to everyone affected when compared to the alternatives. This theory applies to Tag and Ride, as it is likely to bring a greater balance of benefits over costs for those affected by the app. By enabling people to carpool with others in their community, there will be fewer vehicles on the road, therefore reducing the traffic congestion in Auckland, which will benefit people as they do not waste time on the road and are able to get to their destination quicker. New Zealand has one of the highest greenhouse gas emission rates per capita, and as New Zealanders value sustainability, action needs to be taken to improve this. Tag and Ride will help improve this as fewer vehicles will be on the road, and this will help decrease the air pollution rates in Auckland. By doing so, it will help the natural environment, which is important to New Zealanders, and therefore contribute to the long-term utility of the people. Aucklanders have the option to use this app or continue travelling in their own vehicles. However, the total utilities produced by this app is greater than the total sum of utilities produced by other apps.
To be a sustainable business, there is a need for a relationship between economic, environmental, and social aspects. By putting the well-being of people and the planet ahead of the pursuit of profit, businesses can ultimately contribute to a healthy environment, a valuable society, and the creation of economic value. To devise a sustainable environment, Tag and Ride aims to improve the quality of life for Auckland locals travelling on the roads by reducing gas emissions and energy consumption. From an economic point of view, Tag and Ride creates an opportunity for the users of Tag and Ride app to make a profit from their carpooling service. Socially, the Tag and Ride app brings members of Auckland society together to improve their perceived quality of life because they aid in the reducement of traffic on the roads. Tag and Ride also grants businesses as being noted as being ethically sound, as the aim of this business is fundamentally to enhance and reform society's way of life. In the long run, Tag and Ride will need to evolve with the changing wants and needs of Auckland society. Since the app is ultimately technological based, the business must consistently update with every new advancement. If Tag and Ride proves to be popular as well as being successful, the business can look at expanding the carpooling service app to other areas of New Zealand to improve their traffic congestion.
With the constant increase in population rate, the problem of congestion needs to be addressed now rather than later. Tag and Ride is an app that will help people find others in the same area travelling into Auckland CBD. By creating this app, it will not only help reduce the amount of cars on the road, but will also be a cheaper way of travelling into the city each day for people, and will also be greater for the environment if there are less cars on the road, because then there will be less pollution. The use of Tag and Ride application will decrease the travel time for Aucklanders.
Created using Powtoon.